Thank you so much for honoring me with your attendance. Thanks for showing up for this session that we are calling Honoring Ourselves. Imagine you have an extremely important task to give to someone else. Like, for example, if you have an important medicine to deliver to somebody that you really, really care for. Now, you know a lot of people to choose who could carry that medicine to the loved one that you want it to be delivered to. Who would you choose? Now, I'm inviting you to consider what are the qualities that form your basis of making a selection of the person who will carry this very important medicine to your loved one. What are those qualities that you must keep in mind while selecting, while making a choice out of 20 people you know that this is the right person who will take this medicine and deliver it rightly? I will invite you to please type out your answers. See, so trust and belief, make it real. Let's imagine that your father just retired and all his retirement money is in a demand draft. Now that has to be taken to another city and put into the bank. When you are giving this demand draft to people, you're looking at 20 friends, 20 relatives, and you make a selection of one person. What are the bases on which that selection is made? Type out your answers, please. I can see that this is about responsibility. This is about trust and belief and speaking truth, not as expected by the. Let me see. What are the qualities? Let me give you another example. Suppose your child, your little girl or your little son is going to another country to study. And you need to select a local guardian who will be on the beck and call of your child when the child is even just in a bad mood. Forget about sickness. You need the person to stand by your child. You are making a selection out of n number of people you know. What are those qualities that come to your mind? Give it to me. Just type it out, please. When you are choosing a job of highest responsibility, what qualities do you look for in a person? Reliable, alacrity, perseverance, one who prescribes to make it happen, one who is close to me, heartily emotions with that person, who is actually one with me as far as my emotions is concerned, who understands how important it is. Do not stay out of this game. Please write down what is important to you. What are those qualities which will make you choose such a person? Suppose you're not going to class today. Suppose in your school days you are not going to school one day because something very important came up. And this was the day of examination. You needed a message to be given to the principal that you're not coming because. And then you know that this message must reach on time. What is the kind of person that you ask this message to take to the principal? Or it could be for your child. Right, guys. Ability to stay calm under pressure, trustworthy and capable, caring, approachable, beautiful, kind and reliable, someone who will make it happen, come what may. A close person, this is such a beautiful way to put it, a person who really gets it, that how important it is for me. It's not just that are you willing to get it, how important it is for me that my DD of my father's entire retirement money reaches properly? Do you get it that how important my little girl is who's living in another country? And you are kind of thinking it's only fever. No. Get it how important emotionally it is for me. Who is responsible, a doer? Give it to me, guys. Give it to me a little bit more. So you don't just give such tasks to anyone. You don't give it to, you know what kind of people are there in the world around you, around our relatives, around our friends. You don't give it to just about anyone. You give it to someone who has this commitment and track record and dependable, highest dependability. Now I'm inviting you and to imagine if there were a person and human. We are not taking it to divine level. A human being who is at an infinite level of this quality. See if you can imagine that there's a human being. Just imagine that there's a human being who is at an infinite level of commitment to you, dependability, track record, who's intimately close to your emotion, who understands what you mean, and who relates to your emotions, values your emotions, values what you value. And I'm asking you to imagine such a human being. Even if you do not know such a human being exists, see if you can imagine a human being who's responsible to you in a fashion in which the person will not let you down under any circumstances. See if you can imagine such a human being. Allow it to invoke in you an imagination that really such a person existed. That really is, suppose this quality, these qualities that we are talking about of being a close friend is major, or all of these qualities that we are calling responsibility, commitment, trustworthiness, we are measuring it on a scale of 0 to 10. This person is on 100. He's like unbelievably trustworthy, so high in commitment that she will never let you down, completely approachable, and completely communicates to you when something is not going to get done. This is not going to get done. You will know instantaneously this is not going to get done. And so some new plans can happen. Does not make these extraordinary commitments, which will not get done. The person is kind and reliable, as Surbhi said, caring and trustworthy, and resourceful, as Nithi said, but infinite. But it is about being calm under pressure, committed, trustworthy, and reliable. See if you can bring yourself to imagine such a human being. And now my question to you is that suppose you came home one day and you found such a human being sitting among 10 other people. What does such a person's presence invoke in you? So first of all, this is not a dialogue which can happen from the seashore. You'll have to sit in water, stand in water, and emerge. You have to really see comfort. When you are in the presence of a person who is at an infinite level of dependability, trustworthiness, responsibility, commitment to you, emotional closeness, what does such a person's presence invoke in you? Type out your answers, please. Inspiration, comfort. I get you. I get you completely. What do you mean by comfort here? Connection, happiness. You notice, you just came back from office or wherever you were outside, you notice there are 12 people sitting, and in that one person who's got an infinite level of these qualities of trustworthiness is sitting. What does it invoke in you? Moral support. Feel safe. Allow this to be real to you. I'll feel it in your bones, feel it in your cells. What does it invoke? Moral support. Ease with myself, my interaction with that person. Ease is the word. See the transparency it is creating, see the power that it is creating, just the person's presence is creating. And I'm asking you to make it even more real. Don't leave it out. This exercise, this work that we are doing matters. I'm asking you once again, this person is at the highest level of dependability and communicates so powerfully that there is nothing hidden between you and the person. Whatever is true for you, as far as this is important to me, the person knows instantaneously, and it is important, just as important as it is to you. The person will not let you down. This is the commitment of the human being. What does his presence invoke in you? Inner thoughts, peace of mind, relief, inner joy. I'm asking you to keep the person human, but such a human being invokes all of this. Make it more real. Allow it to impact you. Allow it to reach you, allow it to move you, allow this conversation to get to you. Otherwise, it's theoretical. You know enough theories. You are in presence of a human being who's never going to let you down. You feel relaxed, blessed. My next question: if such a human being speaks, talks, casually having a conversation or saying something, what is the way of communicating of such a human being? You notice something is distinctive about such a human being. I'm talking about a human person who has the highest credibility. You know that person, what he's saying, you trust because he trusts, she trusts, because this person is powerful in dependability. Tell me, this is such an intimate thing. You get a feeling that that person belongs to you and you belong to that human being. So my question is, when that person is speaking, what is the manner of the person's expression? What is the way that the person speaks? Type it out, guys. This is lovely. You're doing brilliantly well. Compassionate. Minimum words communicate a lot. Calm. Intention is pure. This is so brilliant. This is so brilliantly expressed, each one. Silent says it all. Just with the presence. When the person is conveying, speaking, communicating, what is the manner? Just type it out, guys. You can be yourself completely in the person's presence. Embraced is how you feel, completely relaxed. The person's way of speaking is, this is awesome words. They are so invocative. See if you can be real. If you have not typed out these words, this exercise will not reach you. Please type it out, whatever it is true for you. When the person communicates, you get the person's compassion. You get that words communicate more than what is spoken. Handful of words, but so much substance. You notice the gestures and feeling. You notice that it's serene and loving. You can notice there is no judgment. You can notice there is concern, that the person is concerned. You notice authentic concern, that the person is not just saying it, that the person cares. There's a genuine concern. When the person is speaking, this is what you're getting. It's tranquil, it's generating tranquility. This happy, smiling eyes. It's the person is generating patience, motivating, honest and straight, nothing hidden. When the person communicates, there's nothing hidden. The person means exactly what he says, straight. You get what it as it is, and you still love it. You don't mind it. You love to have it straight because there is no judgment. This is brilliant as an expression. This is an end of all worries. So when the person speaks, this is how he speaks or she speaks. Now, what is the way of your listening in the person's presence? When the person is speaking, what is the way of your listening? What shows up for you? Engrossed, total surrender. Brilliant. You'd give up to yourself to the person. He's speaking for my good, I should listen. For my good, I should listen. I do not know what the person is speaking, but I am all ears. I know this guy. This guy is exactly what he's saying. I'm going to completely be dependent on the person because the person is so dependable. He's so trustworthy. I'm really, really curious. I'm really curious. I'm bringing all my curiosity and placing on the feet of such a person who's actually so powerfully authentic and cares that I do not want to let go of a single word that comes out of a person's mouth. I'm perfectly attentive. So just give me a few more. If it's not yet completely real to you, that when you are in the presence of such a human being, when the person is speaking, you are fully, and it doesn't have to be intellectual words. You know this. This is coming from your heart. Feel it in your heart. Feel it in your heart. This is not an exercise here. This is the exercise here. You are present to the person and you're completely focused. Allow this to sink in. It's a quality of unconditional love. How powerful. Determined, I'm determined. I'm resolved to listen with an open heart and mind. I open like this, not like this closed and protecting my, I'm listening to you. Reverence and love. Communication just flows. It's a two-way communication. It's just flow. It's just flow. So my question to you guys is this. If the person asks you for a glass of water, and real question, the person is saying, is sitting in your home, and the person says, can I have a glass of water? Make it real. This is a real request. Can I have a glass of water? What's your immediate reaction? Do you yell to a servant, can you get him a glass of water, please? 5 minutes. I'll just go and get it. I'm listening to you right now. So give me some real thing. What is it? Instantaneously. Move and get it. I will serve. Let me get it. If the person is asking for a simple glass of water, you run. You run to the kitchen and get it. You're not going to just, okay, 5 minutes, 2 minutes. Right now, my feet are tired. If the person is asking for, and allow it to be real, guys, I cannot make it real. You have to make it real. You have to let it impact you. You have to take responsibility of what this creates for you. It works and it will make a difference. So I'm asking you to be impacted by this. Now, if the person that is most dependable, highest and trustworthy, intimately close, communicates powerfully, is one with you, and takes responsibility for what you care for, such a human being asks you for a cup of tea. You're going to go run and make it. You step aside, my servants or my sisters or my wife or my husband, let me make it. I want to wipe the saucer and the cup and get it in the fashion in which it reflects my value of such a human being. Can you sense it? Is this real for you here? Is this real for you here? Otherwise, I failed. Tell me if it is real for you in your heart that you care for this human being. Not now. Tell me, why are you running and getting tea for the person? Is it because you have to? You should. You have to. You want. You must. Is it a duty? Is it dharma? Let me ask you another question. If the person says, let's not have tea today. Just for today, let's give up tea. What's your response? Let's give up tea for just the day. Just one day, let's give up tea. Okay. Whatever you say. Can you sense it? Sure, let's do it. Whatever you say. Fine. Absolutely. Can you sense it? Make it real for you. Now, guys, this person who is this highest value, that honor that you're giving to the person, can you see how much honor you have for such a human being? This person is actually you. This person's not there. This person is actually you. You see, what are the qualities? The qualities are dependability to you. Does what you want that person to do. Cares for what you care. Listens exactly to what you're communicating and stands for what is important to you. This person, if it were that you were listening to yourself, honoring yourself, truly honoring yourself, then it's you. If you really gave up tea when you said, let's give up tea for the day, then you honor yourself. It's not an action. It's not something that you do out of should or you must, you have to. It is something which is true to you. It's a truest expression of who you are. So here you are. I'll invite you to one more exercise. Permit yourself to dream. And the dream is, what if you magically became somebody that you just did not ever disappoint yourself? Ever. Did not disappoint myself. I do not disappoint myself. Just did not ever let yourself down, whatever it means to let you down. Once you decided something, you did exactly what you decided. Exactly. Never delaying, never procrastinating, never neglecting, never ignoring, paying attention. Once you decide something, you did exactly that. Once you gave your word to yourself or to others, you lived by it perfectly, straight, even in small matters. You just did not let yourself down. Simple. Look inwards and find such a huge human being that does not let herself or himself down. Once she decides something, she does. Once he has given a word to someone else that this will be done, your medicine will be with your loved one. It depends upon, I'll do it with my life. Your ward, your child, your friend, you're communicating to the friend, your child is my responsibility. If she sneezes, I'm at her door. This is the human being that I am. Because my commitment comes from what I know. I value you. And that's what you stand for. Your commitment is what you know that other people are counting you on. Suppose you were such a human being. Look inward and see if you can find that huge person that you truly, completely honor. See, this is the work that we are doing. Look inward right now. Allow this to touch you. Look inward and discover, wow, this is a huge human being that I am. What does it evoke in your heart? What is your experience of it? Right, guys? When you look inward, when you discover this human being inward, inside, you find such a human being. I really want to be human. I am this guy. You permit yourself to be such a human being. Imagine yourself as such a human being who does not let herself down, who does exactly what you want, what you say you would do. Always. When you look inward, what does it invoke in you? What experience does it invoke in you of yourself? It's not intellectual. It's here. Do not give words that are here. Confidence, happiness, contentment, liberated. Liberated. This is a beautiful expression. Give me some more. That I'm far away from these qualities because you want to hold on to that inauthentic self. Ignore that. Imagine. Artists are supposed to imagine. Imagine that I'm such a human being who does not let myself down. What does it invoke? Just be present to the invocation. That makes a difference. Be present to what it feels here and share what it feels like. Power, responsibility. Anything is possible. Can you sense it? If I were just following myself, anything is possible. Anything at all. I'm liberated. I can move mountains. Can do. Because I do not let this guy down. Thus, just that. Completely dependable to this guy. Completely listening to this guy. Completely caring for this guy. And not this caring. Not like, okay, you want to have a smoke, go ahead and have that. Not that kind of care. The care that I truly care, to stand for you, that kind of care. Tell me, what does it invoke to be such a human being? Guys, be present. This is what we are going to create as a game. So what does it invoke? When you imagine yourself as a human being, what does expansion, Can you notice that? Can you see that there is no barrier? There's no boundary. Can you see that yourself spreading? Not my words. I'm using none of my words. I'm using every word that you are saying. It's powerful. But please tell me, what does it invoke? Type. Make it more real. You're serving not yourself, but others too. Your words is what is making it real for everyone. Type it out. Increasing circle of influence, not conceptually, but truly. You are expressing yourself out there in the world. Happiness to be able to help others. Guys, this now is now going to, if you were such a human being, if you permitted yourself to be such a human being, it'll impact your life. Can you notice it'll impact your life? How will it impact your life? What will be possible for you? Spreading love all over. My aura expands. Fulfillment of the highest potential. Sky is the limit. Once that stage is achieved, happiness to be able to help others. Be present to what is invoking here. What is it invoking here? What you're calling, can you see the sense of satisfaction, what you call the sense of contentment? Just by said satisfaction. That sense of completeness. Purna. Done. Complete. Nothing amiss. The experience of oneself as being complete. Nothing broken. Nothing is off. Everything is exactly as it is supposed to be. Can you sense it in yourself when you're imagining yourself as a human being? Can you notice, I am complete? Can you notice, this is the experience of yourself? Can you get the word completeness? When it is said, Purna, Paripurna, Purnamadah, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnameva Vashishyate, the completeness that is the source of new completenesses, that complete, can you sense it as yourself? I'm complete. Nothing is off. Nothing off. When we check electrical circuits, we check that the current should pass. Even if there is a small break in the circuit, it will not pass. In this circuit, there is nothing broken. It's complete. Can you sense it? That is the prize of the game. So the game that you're introducing, now we have the prize set. The prize is this. If you could feel it here, now you know what is the prize. If I fail to invoke it in you, then you don't yet know what is the prize. That completeness, that sense of fulfillment, that you can look back at your life when you're dead, then you find contentment. This is the kind of life I loved because I did myself pride. I'm really proud of what I did. Not in the proud and ambition sense, but I'm complete. I did exactly. This is the prize of the game. And I'm also present to the doubt that shows up when I'm aiming to be such a huge human being. The fear. I insist on remaining who I am, small, afraid, and somebody who does disappoint oneself. Can you sense it in yourself? Is there any fear? Is there any self-doubt? Do you sense it? If you do, just give it voice. You want to? But you're not honoring that. You don't start that. What are those commitments to yourself that you keep, but not always? And notice about your punctuality. Is it like 90%, 99% of the times? Notice your stand that you will do what others expect you to do, what you allowed other people to expect of you. Are you living true to that? I'll say that again. I'm not asking you to meet every expectation of other people. If you clarified that it is that not to expect this of me, it is not. You are still on your integrity. But have you permitted another human being to expect something of you and then let another human being down? What are those things? You've let another human being expect something of you, but then let the person down. You never clarified that I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to do this. Where is it that you have let yourself down, when you have dishonored yourself? In your career, in your career development, in your personal development, in your relationships, your personal relationships. I'll pause. In your interests, which are hobbies, self expression, in the areas of your spiritual growth or spirituality, your truest expression of yourself. Where do you let yourself down? Just note it down, guys, in your notebook. What promises do you make that you do not keep? To yourself and to others. Take a moment. Make it real. Bring it on paper. Otherwise, the game does not exist. You are a stand that the game only exists on paper or it does not exist. You have taken a commitment that it will not exist unless it is on paper. It's your stand, not somebody else's. So bring it on paper. Guys, as you are writing these, write what is its impact on your life? What does it steal from you, from your life? What is its impact on you? Steals confidence. Participation in life itself. Where is it that you neglect something that you love? How present are you to people around you, truly? What is its impact? Take responsibility for this impact. This is you. And this is what we will break away from. This is our launch pad. You need to push back. When Hanuman was jumping from the island, crossing to Sri Lanka, he needed a launch pad. And that launch pad sank into the Netherlands. It sank into the earth when he jumped. You need a platform to jump, to be real about where you are, which gives you the propelling energy to go on the other side. That's where you belong. That's who you are truly. This is not where you are. This is not who you are meant to be. But describe it clearly so that it gives you the propelling energy. Be fully present to who you do not want to be. This is not who I am. This is not me. This is not the authentic self. I am being called to be the new self. The real self. The real me is there, is this. This is not who I am. Guys, come back. There'll be more to write. You can do it in your time. I know must value your punctuality. You've notice the impact on suppose. So again and again, I have a very noble idea, some really great thoughts. Again and again, I make a resolve that I will do it. And again, I do not take action. What is the impact on me? What is its impact on me? If I have really great thoughts, I give it voice that I'll do this, but I never do it. I again and again disappoint myself. While I do it in a part, I feel like a failure. Can you see that I ultimately even do not feel like giving a new commitment? I do not feel like imagining something new is possible. See, does your life look like a linear circle or a straight line that I know I'm going like this? This is where I'll end up. Because you're going in a straight line. This is how I'm going. This is where I'll be naturally. Because I am not willing to give up who I am. And I was in this group with Rashmi, and she shared so powerfully. I do not feel like letting go of the small self. Your life is calling you, and it's asking you, who will you be? So you have to answer this question to life. And before that, you have to hear, what is life calling me to be? What and who is life calling you to be? But notice, if you have thoughts, then you give voice to it, and you do not take action, ultimately you will not have self-belief. Your self-belief is your own estimate of your own commitment to honor yourself. I'll say that again. Self-belief, your self-belief is your estimate of your commitment to honor yourself. How committed am I to honor myself? What is my own estimate of my commitment? That's self-belief. When I look at myself, I will not find self-belief if I do not have any commitment to honor myself. Do you look inwards and discover a commitment to honor yourself? Look inwards and create this. See if you can. It's to be created by saying so. I am committed to honoring myself. That's self-belief. Done, delivered. You have it now. But so far, we were living life as if, that famous equation, work not done plus a very good reason is equal to work done. We will all living like, okay, I don't do the work, but I've got a very good reason. I've got a very solid reason, and I can convince you about that. So I'm free. Work not done has become equal to work done just because I've got a very good reason. We are living with that equation, and that gives you a sense of, fine, na, theek hai na. I've got a very good reason. You permit yourself this. Okay, thoda bahut hi to dishonor kiya apne aap ko. I have not been dependable to myself a little bit only, no. To the reasonable extent, I am honoring myself. And what does this word reasonable evoke to you? Okay, this car, is it a good car? Should I buy it? It's reasonable. What does that evoke? What does the word reasonable evoke to you? Realistic? Yeah, that's what we made. Compromise, playing safe, suboptimal. We've got a beautiful word for this in Hindi. It's called काम चलाओ. काम तो चलेगा, अच्छे से चलेगा. आप ले लो ये कार, काम करेगी. Is it excellent quality? नहीं, काम करेगी. आप पहुंच जाओगे जगह पे. That's who we are to ourselves. काम चलाओ. That's our commitment to ourselves. So this is the time, and Werner calls it unreasonable. It's an invitation to be unreasonable. That if it did not get done, then I'm ready to confront it as if my good intentions did not matter. Either it gets done or it does not get done. That's the kind of human being I am. Either that DD was delivered or it was not delivered. Baat khatam. Either I'm standing by the word that I gave or I'm not. It's simple. The results count. Baki sab bakwas. That's the kind of human being you are. That's the game that you are playing. I'm not saying that's kind of the truth by which everybody will play. In fact, there are some rules that universe works by. Like for example, there are Newton's laws. Newton's law is, if you leave something, it'll always fall down. It'll always come down. I'm inviting you to create what we will call your law, like Surbhi's law, or Amit's law, Amit Shah's law, or Kanhaiya's law. You call it, give it your own name. And that law I'm inviting you to take ownership for. And that law is, without integrity, nothing works. Without my holding on to my word, honoring it, things will not work. And what is integrity? Integrity is to be created by honoring my word. Without integrity, nothing works. If I've got marriage, it is calling me to play by some rules. Without integrity, it will not work. Whose law is it? Mine. Let's give some more shape to this definition of integrity. Right now, when you're living your life, it is like, my ambition is pulling me upward. I want to go here. As far as my ambition, deep desire in my heart, I want to go there. But my thoughts, my feelings, My emotions, they are all going in different directions. My habits, my beliefs and doubts about myself, that is going somewhere else. And therefore, my action is going nowhere at all. I do not know where to go. I look like this to me. My ambition, my goals, my thoughts, my feelings, they're all diverse, they're all divergent. So disintegrated. Can you see that? Disintegrated, divided. The offer, the game brings it all together. I become one, bind myself together, and I become straight, focused. I'm not going to follow my feelings. I'm not going to follow my random thoughts and preferences. I'm not going to randomly honor and keeping thinking, what am I feeling today? What is my emotion today? I'm going to follow what am I committed to? What is my commitment? What word, to what did I give my word? That is what I'm going to honor. That is integrity. Bringing together. Bring it all together. And so here is what the game looks like. Yeah, the game is, it's got a very simple rule. It is to do what you say you will do exactly at the time when you said you would do it and of the quality that you said you would do. That's the simple rule. That gives you an access to that prize that we are talking about, which is completion. To do what you said you would do at the time you said you would do it, of the quality that you intended when you were making that commitment, either to yourself or to another human being. That's the game. If you want to give this game a name, the name of the game is honor yourself by honoring your word naturally, effortlessly. I mean, we're just being true to ourselves. I gave that commitment. I'll do that. How simple is it? And when you know that you would not be able to do it, then you don't accept it from yourself. If it's raining, I couldn't come. That's not the kind of conversation I permit with this human being. I gave a word, I'll be there. This DD has to be handed over, baat khatam. And it's not only about DD, it is any word that I give. These vegetable bag has to be delivered. I will be there because I gave my word to my wife, 7 o'clock, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll have to tell my boss I've given a word to someone. I will honor me with you as much as I honor myself with that other human being. So it's to honor, not to accept your reasonableness and be unreasonable to the commitment that you have given. But still, if there is a moment that you will not be able to do it, that I'll not be able to do it, first of all, you do not let yourself be that kind of human being. But if that is still happening, then the first thing that you do when you notice that there is a broken promise, first thing that you do is to celebrate that you caught that you're breaking a promise. Because so far you are not even aware, 10 minutes to late hua. What is 10 minutes late? Doesn't even matter too much. First thing to do is to celebrate. I noticed it. So first thing is notice that you caught yourself breaking your promise. First thing is to catch and celebrate. What is the way of celebrating? Could be anything. Have a glass of water, take a walk, look at your daughter's face. It's so beautiful. Talk to another colleague, smile for a moment, but celebrate that you caught yourself. Don't celebrate that you broke the promise. Celebrate that you caught yourself. And this is an opportunity to being that big human being. So celebrate that as an opportunity. Keep visual score of the broken promises. Notice and keep score. Number 2, immediately get into communication. Wherever you are breaking a promise, you have to immediately get into complete and powerful communication. It's not an apologetic conversation. You're being a huge human being by confronting your broken integrity. So bring yourself to a hugeness. Have a powerful communication. I'm not going to be able to do this. This is what I promised. I'm not doing that. Have a complete conversation, which means nothing is hidden. The context of this conversation must be power. You have to do it powerfully, not small, not apologetically. I'm not going to be able to do this, and I take full responsibility. The third thing is to take 100% responsibility. Own up, make up for it. You didn't do it, you have to make up for it. But do it powerfully. Number 3, clean up. What does it mean to clean up? Clean up means clean up this past. Now, what happened is in the past. It's already gone to the past. It's not in the present. I didn't do it. Just now I didn't do it, but now it is not there. This now it is not there. So why am I carrying the legacy? It is defining me right now, while it is not me right now. Right now I'm huge. So cleaning up means to put it in the past and once again connect with my hugeness. Give myself the spaciousness to be the powerful me. So you have to permit yourself to reconnect with the hugeness. If we do not take the step to heal, then there is no room to create integrity again. What I found, is again and again, I was beating myself up, guilt, shame, and that leaves me very small. The thing which is essential is to give myself the spaciousness, the power. It steals power. By cleaning up, removing the past, there is no significance to past. What I did 1 minute back doesn't even matter. Right now is new. This is new present. This is new. So I can create a new commitment here. Create that new. Take responsibility for what happened, but create it new. Heal. And then acknowledge your hugeness and create a new challenge that would honor you. Not the kind of challenge which is a slower level challenge, but take up a challenge which is true and honorable to you. It is an answer to the call that life is having on you, that what is life calling you to be? What is in line with that? And take up that challenge. Now create that challenge. So the steps are: number 1, notice the broken promise and celebrate it as an opportunity to be complete. Number 2, communicate fully, nothing hidden. Take responsibility, make up for it. Number 3, clean up, remove the past. No significance to what has happened in the past. There is nothing here. Past is past. Heal. Give yourself space to be huge. It's okay. Be kind to yourself, compassionate to yourself. Acknowledge your hugeness, power, spaciousness. Now create a new challenge that would truly honor you. Not a diminished thing, but honor yourself. That's the game. What it makes possible. The lowest level of integrity is to have perfect order. Your table will be clean. Your almirah will be orderly. Your house will be in order. Your life will begin to work. Your marriages will begin to work. Your relationships will begin to work because you're standing on your integrity. Your work will begin to work. Your career will begin to work because you do what you said you will do. A next higher level of integrity brings you to success because you're playing rules by the game. There are rules to being a husband, a wife, an employee, a subordinate. Perfectly punctual, perfectly delivering quality. But the next higher level of integrity takes you to authenticity. Now share, guys, what is authenticity to you? Just share what comes to your mind. What does the word authenticity evoke in you? Notice when you honor yourself, you are somebody who is genuine to yourself. You can see yourself and see yourself as genuine, same inside out. There is no such thing as 99% authentic. You are straight. To be authentic calls you to be authentic even about when you're not being authentic. I was not authentic there. An authentic human being hides nothing, brings everything to conversation. An authentic human being cares to be fully present to those people that are around him, listens. Now tell me, what does authenticity earn you? What does it get you? When you are authentic, what does it make available? Peace of mind, success. Guys, Notice you don't have to keep record. You are straight about everything. But before talking about what it makes available, notice you are not authentic. You'll have to catch your inauthenticity. Before other that, this is theoretical. Where is it that you do not have 100% conversation? You keep something out of bringing it into the conversation when you're talking to people. You're not straight about something. There is something that you haven't said to people. You're not sharing it all. You're not showing love openly. You're not sharing love powerfully. To honor yourself is to communicate powerfully as it is for you.